Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making these Halloween chocolate cupcakes with raspberry filling. Ingredients you'll need are self-raising flour, brown sugar, white sugar, oil, dark chocolate, eggs, vanilla essence, cocoa powder, black cocoa powder and water. Quantities are listed on the screen and in the description box below. Medium mixing bowl, I'm going to add my chocolate, cocoa powders and water and melt that in the microwave for 1 to 2 minutes. In another medium mixing bowl, add the flour and both sugars and give that a quick mix. The cocoa powders, dark chocolate and water is all melted together. I'm going to give that a quick mix and then once it's well incorporated, add in the vanilla and the oil. Now going to pour the wet ingredients into the dry in 2 to 3 parts, whisking between each addition. Once the batter is smooth and there are no lumps of flour, I then mix in the eggs. Once the eggs are well incorporated, it's now time to bake the batter. I'm going to preheat my oven to 160 degrees and line 2 cupcake trays with papers. Today I'm using a jug to pour my batter into the cupcake papers as the batter is very thin. I have placed my cupcake tin on a scale so that I can weigh exactly the same amount of batter into each cupcake. Today I weighed them off at 50 grams of batter for each cupcake. You don't need to weigh them, you can just pour the batter in until 2/3 of the cupcake is full. Once all the cupcake liners are filled, I'm then going to bake these for 20 minutes. Those cupcakes are baking, I'm going to make a very quick raspberry filling. Using 150 grams of frozen raspberries and 100 grams of custard sugar, I'm going to cook that down until it reduces to a thick jam-like consistency. So I was happy with the consistency. I set that aside to cool and then transferred it into a piping bag ready for it to fill with the cupcakes. Now the cupcakes are finished baking. I like to test them to make sure that they are done by pressing down on the top of the cupcake with a finger and making sure that the cupcakes spring back. While the cupcakes are cooling, we are going to make the frosting. Today I'm making chocolate buttercream. To start, you will need butter, icing sugar, cocoa powder, black cocoa powder and vanilla essence. All quantities are on the screen and in the description box below. In the bowl for my stand mixer, I'm going to add my softened butter and beat this on high for 2 minutes until it is light and fluffy. I'm going to sift together my regular cocoa powder and icing sugar. I then add this into the butter and pulse it until it comes together and then beat it on high for 2 minutes until well incorporated. I then added in the vanilla essence and beat that on high for another minute. While that's beating together, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of boiling water into the black cocoa and mix well until it forms a thick paste. Once it is a smooth paste, you then can add that straight into the buttercream. Beat on high for another minute. Don't forget to scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl to ensure that all the ingredients are well incorporated. I wanted the buttercream slightly darker, so I've just added some Colour Mill black food colouring to the mix. Now the buttercream is made and the cupcakes are cool, it's time to fill the cupcakes with the raspberry filling. Using a large apple corer to remove the center of each cupcake and then pipe in the raspberry filling. Now the cupcakes are filled, I'm going to use a large round tip to decorate half the cupcakes today and a large open star tip for the other half. To decorate the cupcakes, I am piping a large mound of icing and flick off just as I do with the macarons. Repeat this for 6 of the cupcakes. I then turn the cupcakes upside down on a lined baking tray and press lightly on the cupcakes. These are then going to go into the freezer for 5 minutes to firm up. While those cupcakes are in the freezer, I'm going to fill my other 6 cupcakes. And removing the cupcake center with an apple corer and then piping in the raspberry filling. Using a large open star tip, I'm going to pipe a rosette onto each cupcake. Then found this cool Halloween sprinkle mix that I'm going to just sprinkle over the top of the rosette. Now these 6 cupcakes are getting decorated with the chocolate ghosts that I made from last week's video. I ended up putting 3 pressed straight into the cupcake and then 3 laying flat. Now for the other 6 cupcakes that have come out of the freezer. Once out of the freezer, I peeled the cupcakes off of the baking paper and added some sprinkles from the mix before to the sides of the cupcake. I then repeated the process for the remainder of the cupcakes, rolling them in those Halloween sprinkles. Once I was happy with how the cupcakes were looking, I then added the chocolate pumpkins that I made from last week's video into the center of the cupcakes. I think these cupcakes turned out super cute and are a perfect sweet treat just in time for Halloween. I hope you give this recipe a go. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you keep up to date with the latest videos. See you next time!